back to another episode of Inspirations with Roshonda, which is a little bit of this, a little bit of that, all things inspiration for your mind, body, and soul. So listen, I want to talk to you today about seasons. Do you know what season you're in at this time? Because every season has a theme. You know, I don't know what season you might be in, but I know since 2020, God has really been putting themes to my seasons, and I've been understanding what those seasons mean and what they meant more and more as I go through them. And it's not that I haven't been through seasons before. I guess I've never really taken out the time to really think about those seasons or the reason and why I was going through things during those seasons. So God put it in my heart to talk about seasons, and that's what I want to talk about today. So I pray you get something out of the message, and probably, hopefully by the end of the message, you maybe you'll come to the realization of what type of season you're in, and then you can take it before the Lord and ask Him, God, what is this season? What am I doing here? What is it that I need to do while I'm in this season? So I pray you get something out of it. If so, please leave a comment below, and hey, and let's talk about it. So I will see you on the other side. Let me ask you a question. What season are you in right now? Do you know? I honestly think that when God, there's different seasons to our lives, right? There's some good seasons, there's some not some good seasons, but when it comes to spirituality and it comes to you seeking God about your seasons, it's very important to know what season you're in, because each season requires you to do something different. I say that because I remember back in 2020 when I heard the Lord speak to me in September, and He was asking me to come away with me. And that's what He said, come away with me. And I was like, okay, God, so I was like, all right. So I prepared. I was like, oh, all right, God want me to come. So I was telling everyone my business, and just everybody around me that, hey, I'm not going to be working for the month of October. So I'm not going to be doing no business stuff, no personal things and whatever. I took God up on His offer and I went away with Him. And what a mighty revelation, a mighty time it was. There were some things that happened during that time that God just really opened up my eyes and let me see a lot of things, that He was my provider, that I can take care of you, that you don't need, and I mentioned this in another video, that you don't need a man in your life to take care of you. I'm here for you. I'm going to take care of you. I want the best for you. And God definitely showed me during that time that He wanted the best for me. That time, that season was called affirming because everything that God gave me, it was an affirmation this, and I was, okay, God, I'm going to walk by the Spirit and not by the flesh. And it was just so much. And I said that consistently during that season. And that went on until maybe December of 2020. And the Lord put something in my spirit, and the next thing He put on my spirit, it was December the 7th of 2020, was alignment. And it just resonated with my spirit so well. And I was like, okay, God, that means aligning to the things that God wants me to be aligned to. Did I make a mistake in that alignment season? Of course I did, because I opened the door back up to some things and to some people that I should not have opened the door back up to. I should not have let this person back in. God closed doors, and I found myself getting in a lonely period and opening up some doors that He closed. So, but that alignment prayer is what I said, and the affirmations were still going on. Come December of 2021, well, the Lord gave me something else. And December the 8th of 2021, the Lord said, seek. And so, I remember sitting on my bed, and it just came to me. 2022 for me would be Matthew 6:33. And the Lord was letting me know 2022 is going to be all about seeking me, seeking my face for guidance, seeking my will on what is my will for your life. It's just seeking God, putting everything before him, not opening up doors that God has already closed, but putting everything before the Father's feet. I said all that to say because a lot of times we will take what we did in one season and we'll bring it into another season. And then we'll wonder, well, why isn't things working out? Well, why did it work this time, but it isn't working this time? That's because what you did before was then, and what is required now is something totally different. The only way you're going to know what season you're what season you're in is if you take it to God and say, hey, Lord, listen, I'm in a different season here. What is this season that I'm in? Did you know that our seasons have themes? So for me, the end of 2020 was affirming. And then it went into alignment, which went into 2021. And now 2022, this is a season of seek. So, and each season will require you to do different things. Now, I fasted like crazy. Well, God told me in 2020 that he wanted me to develop a lifestyle of fasting. So that's pretty much what I have been doing, and I still do that. That's still okay for this season. But maybe in your season, maybe you went on a 21-day fast, or maybe you did a 40-day fast. And now you're in a new season and you're trying to do a 21-day fast and you're trying to do a 40-day fast. And it's like, it's just not working. You find yourself getting hungry and it's like, why my stomach growling? Why was it that I could do it in this season, but I'm not able to do it in another? Well, that's because this season is different. Maybe God don't want you to fast like that in this season. Maybe this season he only wants you to fast 3 days. Maybe in your previous season, you woke up at 3 a.m. every morning to pray. And now in this season, you can't seem to get your eyes open or stay open, at all at 3 a.m. Okay, so maybe this isn't the 3 a.m. season. Maybe this is the 6 a.m. season. Okay, maybe this is the 9 p.m. season. Maybe this is the 12 noon season. I remember in 2020, I was praying like 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night. So you might as well have called me like the modern day Daniel. But that is what God had me doing during that season. Do you know if I try to pray 3 times a day now, it's almost like it can't even happen. Because that is not what God is calling for in this season of my life. This season is about seeking him. So what am I saying, Roshonda? I'm saying that you need to take your season, because maybe you came into this year trying to do something that you did last year. Maybe you came into this year thinking that, okay, I'm gonna do this, and this, and maybe here it is, months are going by, and you finding that, it seemed like nothing's working out. Or it seems like, you might come into this season trying to do a 40-day fast, and maybe you only get to 5 days. And then it fizzles out. You can't even make it the rest of the way, but you did it in the last season. This is the time when you need to put your season before God and ask him, Lord, what is this season? What am I supposed to do? What is it that you want me to do in this season? You know what I mean? You don't want to the Bible talks about putting new wine into old wineskins. That's taking something new and putting it into something old. You wouldn't put on stinky socks in a new pair of shoes, a new pair of Vans, or a new pair of Air Force Ones, or a new pair of Jordans. Them socks is stinky. Why would you put them on your feet and then put them in those fresh, brand new pair of shoes? Like, that's going to make those shoes stinky. We want new socks for new shoes, okay? So So, and that's what it's like in these seasons. You don't want to take something new and bring it into something old. I found myself trying to do those affirmations, and do you know what? It wasn't even sticking. And I had them taped on my bed. So when I woke up in the morning, that's what I read. But I actually had to go through and just take those down, because I was like, okay, I'm not feeling these affirmations in this season anymore. You know why? Because this is the season of seek. What is your season? What has God told you about your season? Have you taken it before God? I challenge you today to take your season. It's not too late. Take your season before God and ask him for his guidance and for his directions, and let him put you on the right path to what your season is. Because the last thing you want to do is to bring a 2020 season to a 22 season, and God is not working in that season anymore. We want to be in a season where God is working. So I challenge you, take your season before God and let him tell you what type of season you're in. So I pray you got something from this message. I pray you were encouraged. If you were, please leave a like. You can also leave a comment. Also, I have a new podcast coming out on March, the first Sunday in March, that you do not want to miss. And it's entitled, Your Mind Can Do It Without Your Hands Touching It. Your mind can do it without your hands touching it. God bless me to write what I'm gonna be talking about on that podcast back in September. And I just had it written, and God let me know that this is the time that I want you to talk about it. And so that is exactly what I'm doing. Hey, this is a new season. We doing what God wants us to do, right? So if you're not doing anything, I think it comes out at 4:00 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. So yes, go and listen to that podcast. Your mind can do it without your hands touching it. Listen, be blessed, and I'll see you soon.